everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Deanna and you're watching Orchie D. I just wanted to show you my current Vanda setup, and I've made a few changes to the way I generally care for them in the last maybe 3 or 4 weeks, just because I've been really struggling this summer with keeping up with their watering, and it's definitely been inadequate. I was trying to think back, last year I didn't seem to struggle as much, but I really think that's more a time issue for me. I had a lot more time and fewer orchids, so yeah, I had a lot more time to dedicate to looking after these guys properly. But yeah, I haven't had any blooms this summer except for from my Irides Huliciana down here. So some are doing better than others, but overall, especially on the hotter days, like these guys have stalled a little bit, and yeah, basically I don't have the capacity to water them more than once a day, and I do miss some days just because I do 24-hour shifts at work sometimes, and sometimes I'm just too exhausted when I get home. So you know, if I really didn't have enough time, I would spray these guys with, you know, one of those pump sprayers, and I don't think that was enough. I think these guys need to be soaked, and I kind of needed to soak them for long enough so they would retain a bit more in the way of moisture and nutrients. I have actually filled these with leca beads and stone, so you can see this one's planted up, and overall I think they're doing pretty well. I now just leave a nutrient solution out and change it 2 to 3 times a week. This is a 25-litre tub, and I usually fill it about 2/3 of the way, so it's like, I don't know, 17 litres in there, and I'll make up a nutrient solution, and yeah, just the pH, and I do check it every day, but it sometimes needs a little bit of a top up as it absorbs water over the days, and then I plonk a few in there and let their root systems soak for at least half an hour, but longer if you can. And all the scoria rock, the lava rock in there, holds a bit more moisture, so they get about probably like another 12 hours to 24 hours, depending on how hot it is. They get to get a little bit more moisture throughout the day. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, and overall I am noticing that the Rhynchostylis are perking up. They have grown a little bit more in terms of their leaves. They're looking a lot less sad. I think they're a lot perkier. There's lots of sort of new leaves poking out, lots of active root tips, so they've all started popping out again. Like this Rhynchostylis had kind of stalled again in early summer, and now it's popping out a new leaf there. Lots of active root tips. So this little guy, he actually had a bit of crown rot, so I'll see if I can actually find a picture, but this guy was planted like underneath the basket, like that. It was sort of secured to the underside of a basket, and then it was growing upwards, so it had quite a severe bend in it, and when I took it out or detached it from that basket, it was sort of fixed in this position, so like the crown was quite tight, and all these joints where the leaf joints are were quite tight, and it did end up developing a bit of rot. I don't know, like it, you know, those joints sort of had to relax a bit, and yeah, but I put a bit of dragon's blood into the crown. It did lose a leaf, and then I put some dragon's blood in there, but it is recovering, and it's pushing out this new leaf, which is good. I've got roots coming out there. new leaf on this one. So yeah, I'm overall pretty happy with this. This does mean I share water, but I don't really mind. I've checked these root systems when I potted them up, like repotted them, and they're all fine. So yeah, and actually at the moment, I sort of, if I think a plant in my care is healthy and vigorous, and it's been with me for at least a year, then I'm pretty okay with sharing water. I don't really mind. It does save a lot of time, especially now that I don't use tap water and I use RO water. The RO unit doesn't have the same flow rate as your taps. In fact, it's quite slow, and it takes a good even 15 minutes to even fill this tub. So yeah, it can be quite time consuming, and obviously the water itself is a little bit more precious because of the nature of it. So I don't like to waste a lot of it, and I certainly don't have enough time to fill a bucket like with fresh water for each Vanda. So yeah, this is what they get, and you know, it's just one of those things. Yes, of course, ideally in an ideal world you wouldn't be sharing water with any of your orchids, but it's not an ideal world. We're all time limited, we're all resource limited, and we do what we can, and it's a risk-benefit thing. These guys either get dehydrated or they remain hydrated and have a better setup to suit my lifestyle and actually get the moisture that they need and the hydration that they need. So yeah, that's the game we play, and this seems to be working well for the last few weeks. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Maybe we'll get some blooms, but because these plants have been a bit stressed, I haven't actually put them in a whole lot of sun. So at the moment these guys on the end get a bit of sun. This is a bit more shaded, and I keep the Rhynchus stylus on this side, but previously, as you know, I used to get a lot of eastern morning sun until about 10 AM through here, but now there's a new house and a new fence, so that doesn't happen. But yeah, we'll see how we go. If these guys perk up a lot more, I'll start giving them a bit more sun, and I might move them to a different location. Just want to show you these blooms on my nobile. So you guys joined me for a repotting of this nobile, and I did say at the time that I think these growths that were growing would stall, and they did. And I was worried that I wouldn't get blooms next year because I chopped off like half its very extensive root system, but it ended up blooming again for me. So I got this guy in bud like in the middle of the year, like July, so I didn't think it would bloom again, but it did. So yay! Pretty little thing. Nice, nice little fragrance on it too. Yeah, there's still a few little buds yet to open, so yeah. Okay guys, well, I hope you're all having a great week. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more orchid videos. I will see you guys next time, and happy growing until then. Oh, and I just realised, doesn't that look like a little face? Doesn't it look like a little flower's waving at you? Bye!